Alright, so here are my thoughts on Hawkeye Episode 3. I thought this episode was really fun. Honestly, I think the best part was the car chase with the different arrows, especially the pin particle arrow. I just cracked up at that. That was really clever. I liked how Clint and Kate had to work together in this episode because Clint's hearing aid broke, so Kate had to interpret stuff for him and shoot the arrows while he drove. That was a good addition to their dynamic this episode, especially when, his kids were talking to him on the phone, he couldn't hear anything, so she had to, write everything down. That was good. It's really expanding their dynamic. I really liked their dynamic, especially what they did with this episode. And, during Disney Plus Day, they announced that we're getting a Marvel show called Echo, and I was like, well, who's Echo? And I had to Google everything. And they introduced that character in this episode. Now, I don't have any strong opinions of this character one way or the other yet, because this is the first episode and she's in it very briefly, but it's nice that they introduced her, so when that show comes out, there will be some familiarity with this character, so we'll go, oh yeah, it's this character from Hawkeye. It's not like we're completely being introduced to this brand new character. So that's good. They're tying this in to different shows. But I thought the action sequences this episode were shot really well. When they jump off the bridge after the car chase, and you just see them shooting the arrows, that was really well shot. And even when Clint was shooting the Mafia members in the toy factory, just everything, the way everything tracked, the way all the action in this episode was shot, fantastic. So yeah, I had a lot of fun with this episode. I liked the way it expanded the dynamic. I thought the action was well shot. I liked that they introduced Echo. But I'm kind of excited to see what happens next week. Stuff like Falcon and Winter Soldier, I wasn't really into that show. I watched that one more out of obligation. It wasn't really an episode where I have to see what happens next week. But this one, I'm starting to think, yeah, I got to see what happens next week. I'm enjoying this. So there you go. There's my thoughts on Hawkeye Episode 3. Share your thoughts below.